just your thoughts on a pretty nice win for the group and a good bounce back performance.
Yeah, that's a huge bounce back. Obviously, we talked about our effort level and our compete after last game, and we had a nice hard practice. And I thought we all brought it tonight, and that was a huge response for our team, and we just need to carry it over to Seattle.
You got the 5-on-3 goal. Just talk us through that play and the importance of scoring at that time of the game.
Yeah, obviously we had a 1-goal lead at the time, and get that 2-goal lead was huge. Anytime you get a 5-on-3, those are really important to cash in on. So we have some set plays, and luckily we found the back of the net there.
So that was a set play from.
Well, I think Petey just reads that one. He's a good enough player. He can see if he wants to take one timer. Here, obviously, he made a great pass to me back door.
What impact does it have when? I mean, it's an obvious question, but what impact does it really have from a forward's perspective when you get Flynn back?
Yeah, I mean, you just see the type of skater he is out there, and he's such a good skater, and he sees the ice well and he can make plays. So, and obviously he's talked about how he wants to be better defensively after last season, and I think he's doing a great job so far. So, he's a huge piece of our decor, and it's nice to have him back.
Brock, Travis has said a couple of times in the last few days about having his top players play better. Do you take that as a challenge?
Yeah, for sure. As the top players have to lead the team, and we have to show up each and every night and push the pace and kind of set the tone of how we want to play that game. And I think we did a better job of that tonight. And I thought we came flying out the gates, and we had a way better start. And I think it just carried through, and each line was going tonight.
Did you like the lot of liners back together? And does playing together, do you think it'll help each other, help get everybody going?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we know how Miller plays. He plays hard, and he can make plays too. So anytime, especially when we have pass chemistry too. I thought we had some good chances in Buffalo, and obviously to play together again tonight, I thought we had some good chances, and we played pretty well defensively too. So that's a huge part of why we won tonight.
Okay, and
once again, if we have any questions on Zoom, please raise your hand now. We'll start with Daniel Wagner.
Brock, you ended up on the first power play unit on the 5-on-3, but you were playing at 5-on-4 on the second power play unit. What was the thinking behind that? Have you talked to Green about that? Was it more just spreading the scoring around a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, I'm really comfortable playing that spot, that shooting spot. And, we have good enough players to have two good units. And because obviously that's important, if one unit doesn't score, the second unit gets out there, we need to score. So, Chaser's really good at net front. He's been, with Edmonton top power play the last couple of years. So, I'm totally okay with it. And obviously we just want to cash in as a whole, two groups.
And you're on that second unit with Connor Garland. On his empty net goal, he seemed to have a lot of hustle. Is that something that you expect to see from him?
Yeah, his hardest 3 strides of the night, probably.
Okay, we'll go next to Patrick. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
All right, we'll go next to Patrick Johnson, Post Media.
Just Brock, with the fact that you had to miss some time there, how are you feeling physically now, 2 games into it?
Pretty good. Yeah, I feel, I have my legs. I feel like I'm skating well, and, I'm not thinking about, the injury or anything. So that's always a good sign. And, I feel like I'm up to speed and just keep pushing forward.
Was there extra satisfaction just getting the first of the years? Is it every year just that you've opened up your account, you don't have to think about getting another goal, that kind of thing?
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously nice anytime you score a goal, but as long as you're working hard and playing the way that we need to play, I always believe that chances will come. And I thought we had some looks tonight, me, Petey, and Millsy. So I think we just got to make sure we keep competing hard, and we'll get our chances.
All right, we'll leave it there with Brock Boeser. We'll be right back with Canucks goaltender Thatcher Demko. And we're ready to go now with Canucks goaltender Thatcher Demko. Once again, we'll start with some questions from within the room.
Thatcher, just your perspective on a pretty good bounce back and a nice team win tonight.
Yeah, I thought the team played really well. Like you said, it was a good bounce back game. There's some stuff we wanted to clean up from, what we saw in the video from Buffalo. And, it's a good 60 minutes. I thought, we sustained our style of play for the full 60, which is something that we're trying to, evolve with and make sure that we're consistent in that area. So, a lot of good things today.
How about for you personally? It seemed like they were really trying to work things east-west. They get the one goal that way, but another good save for you to come across.
Yeah, obviously they have one of the best passers in the world, best players in the world in Kaner. And, he's got a pretty good threat over on the other side with DeBrincat there. So it's a pretty skilled forward group, but, I thought we did a good job in our own zone, making sure that our bases were checked and we had a really good awareness.
How important was it to have a bounce back effort like this and not let things build from the way they've gone in Buffalo, and now you've got a chance to finish off the road trip strong?
Yeah, it's a long roadie. So I think it's important for us to come out of this thing to start the year with, a good feeling in our room. And, we lost the 2 in a row there, but, I think overall we've seen some improvement on the trip, and, that's what you're looking for. And obviously we'll keep getting better as we go.
Dickinson said yesterday that he could feel that there was a certain urgency or intensity around the group. Did you feel that? Did it feel like you guys had to, a statement might be the wrong term, but come out with something after that Buffalo trip?
Yeah, I think statement's actually the perfect word for it. We're not trying to prove anything to anyone outside of our room, but it's important for our group to all be on the same page with that stuff. And, I think that's where the standards come from. And, last year wasn't good enough for our group, and, we need to make sure that we're not falling into those patterns again. And tonight was a great job to make sure that we weren't doing that. So all around, I thought it was a really solid effort.
Thank you.
Okay, great.
Zoom, please.
Yep. If we have any Zoom questions for Thatcher, please raise your hand now. And not seeing any hands. So Thatcher, you're free to go. We'll take another break and we'll be back with Canucks head coach Travis Green.
Right.
And we're ready to go now with Canucks head coach Travis Green. Once again, we're going to start with questions from within the room, and then we'll transition to Zoom.
Travis, you wanted a response from your group. How pleased were you with the one you got?
Very, yeah, it was a good hockey game. Not a lot of mistakes made by our group. I thought we managed the puck well, played a smart game, but a hard game, heavy game when we needed to. And there's always certain things you got to do in the game. There's always a price you got to pay to win, and I thought our team did that tonight.
How about from a special teams perspective, you get a 5-on-3 goal and penalty killer? Those were better than I thought.
It was better. That's a big part of the game. Our power play got the job done, and especially it was a big kill at the end there, 6-on-4.
Connor Garland has a couple more points tonight. He's had a point in every game he's played as a Canuck. Just what has he brought to your
He's a feisty guy. He's creative. When he moves his feet, you can see he's effective, especially in the offensive zone when he picks up pucks. So he's played well.
You see progress in the level line. They start to look like their own selves a little bit.
Yeah, I thought they did tonight. I thought they played a good game. I thought everyone played well tonight, really. They played one game together, I believe, in a period or a half a period. So, tonight wasn't about them, wasn't about one line. It was about our team playing a lot better.
It's unusual to hear you as blunt as you were after the Buffalo game. Is that because of the time of year and this being a restart that you're just trying to get right?
I mean, I haven't analyzed it that way. I'd like to think that I'm fairly straightforward with our group all the time. There's a certain, style, standard that we want to get to. We're still trying to develop what kind of team we are. We have a lot of new players on our team. We've talked about that, the type of team we think we need to be to win in the league. And I think it's important at the beginning of the year that you do a lot of teaching. And also being honest with your group is important. And much like the Detroit game, when I talked to them, I thought we played a good hockey game. And, now flip to the next game, it's a different story. So.
Travis, the game winner stands up and it's Tanner Pearson right from the net. You talked about your club needing a better price,
Mhm.
and that was a long shift spent at the net front.
Yeah.
How much does it mean, I guess, to get that type of response from a guy like that in a moment like that?
It's not surprising that Pierce would, we have talked about that. We're a team that has to go to hard places if we want to win. We've got some skill in our group, but you can't play the game on the outside all night. And, certain guys are more capable of others and play different types of game, I guess. And there's no secret to that either. But, it was a big goal.
You've done a lot of developing of young players in the NHL over the past 5 years, and Vasily Olson's a healthy scratch for the first time this season tonight. How do you balance the reps with what your team needs at this level?
Well, it's a fine line. We got a young man that we really like. We think he's a good player. He's going to be a good player. He's just starting. And, there's the skill part of the game, and then there's the learning part of the game, transitioning from playing where he was and playing here now. And we're trying to balance it. Felt like we wanted to put Chase on back in the lineup tonight. The other guys, we've got guys that kill penalties that have a role, and tonight was his time to sit. And we'll see where we're at next game. But there's also things that he did today that are hopefully going to help him be a better hockey player as well.
We can go to Zoom, Marcus, please.
Okay, and if we have any questions on Zoom for Coach Green, please raise your hand now. Our first one here comes from Daniel Wagner.
Travis, just looking at some of the publicly available numbers here, just the 5-on-5 high danger chances, it shows them as being 14-3 for the Blackhawks. Does that surprise you, or just looking at those numbers, it just seems like the Blackhawks had a lot of chances? Is there still some defensive work there that needs to be done?
Well, they had 21 shots, even strength. I haven't seen the analytical report yet, but we didn't have it at 14 high danger shots or chances. I know that.
Sorry,
we just gave up one goal and gave up 21 shots. So
sure,
anyway,
absolutely. And just getting Quinn back, what does that mean for your group?
Yeah, it means a lot.
Transitioning the puck up ice.
Yeah, he's a big part of our team. It means a lot that he's back.
Okay, we'll have to leave it there for tonight's post-game availability. Thanks everyone for joining us, and please stay tuned to Canucks PR on Twitter.